I think many of us saw this ad about Camp Ashraf, featuring a 14-year-old girl who fears extermination. We face a tough circumstance in that we are withdrawing from Iraq. In the past, there have been some would say massacres, at least terrible instances in which tens of people have been killed. And there are press reports that the Iraqi officials say, well, don't worry about it too much. After all, these folks are on the U.S. terrorist list. What are we doing to assure that when we leave Iraq, we will not see the massacre of 3,400 people at Camp Ashraf? And how's it going on the court-ordered review of whether the MEK should be on the terrorist list?
On those points in particular, Congressman, in accordance with the D.C. Circuit's 2010 ruling, the State Department is reviewing the designation. There will be a decision. It has to be done expeditiously but thoroughly, and we hope to have such a decision in the future. I would add that the current designation does not pose a bar to the resettlement of Ashraf residents in Europe, and the humanitarian situation at Ashraf, in our opinion, is also not related to the MEK's designation. And I think it's also important to recognize that we need to do as much as we can to move as many people out of the camp before the end of the year, and we are trying to do that. We're working primarily through the United Nations, and certainly with both the residents of Ashraf and the government of Iraq to try to put in place a very rapid assessment of individuals, and we have urged the EU and other countries to favorably consider the resettling of any Ashraf resident granted refugee status, because we want to shrink the numbers as best we can.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Thank you, Mr. Sherman. Mr. Rohrabacher is recognized.
Thank you very much. Welcome, Madam Secretary. And let me just note for the record that the chairwoman is not the only person who is deeply concerned about the Castro regime and the brutality and the horror